Here we are at the side of Lake Garda in Italy.
We've just setting up because we're doing a live link up with Prevent Breast Cancer today with 2 schools.
And what a stunning day.
Beautiful.
Hello.
Woo! Hello! Hello from Italy! I feel like I'm doing the Eurovision. We get 10 points.
Yes. What made you want to cycle around the world?
Would you like to start with that one?
It's quite a long one, but I'll keep it short. Obviously, I was diagnosed with breast cancer last year, so we got to know Prevent Breast Cancer very well. And obviously, we're cyclists and we've toured. And before I was diagnosed, we had planned to go to Southeast Asia and do a tour. So obviously we had to cancel all that. So while I was going through treatment, and at the end we thought we want to give something back, we want to do something to prevent cancer, and we just got good friends with Prevent Breast Cancer, so we thought we want to cycle, and we thought if we're doing it, we'll do it properly and we'll cycle the world, not realising it was going to take us like 5-7 years. Yeah, so that's where it came from.
Yeah. We've done previous tours, so we did. I don't know if you've seen some of the pictures. We did Southeast Asia 2 years ago. We've done other smaller tours, so this, but obviously we've done nothing to this extreme.
As big as this, no.
We was just going to do a 2-year tour once Gabriella had finished her treatment, but obviously because we want to fundraise, that it just makes sense. The longer we're on the road for, the more money we can raise. So hence why we are doing the 100,000 kilometres.
On the 7 continents.
Yeah, hi. How much are you hoping to raise? I heard you were hoping to raise about 100,000.
Yeah.
Is that right?
100.
As much as possible. We hope to raise a lot more than that certainly over 7 years. But we think it's a realistic figure, 100,000, because we've said if we can raise £1 for every kilometre we cycle. So we are actually on target at the moment with that, because we've cycled just over 3,000 kilometres, and I'm probably answering some of your questions already. But yeah, we've raised I think just over £3,000, and we've done just over 3,000 kilometres. So
onwards and upwards.
How many countries have you cycled so far?
Are we on our 7th?
This is the 7th country.
We've done England, France, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, over the Alps to Switzerland, and now we're in Italy, and then we'll be heading to Croatia.
So we've got 60 more countries to go. Doesn't sound bad, really, does it?
We're ticking them off.
Are you still meeting your mum in Croatia?
Sorry?
Meeting my mum.
No,
no,
in Italy.
Well, we think she might come out in Italy, she's just planning it at the moment. So
it was originally Croatia, because we should have been in Croatia sooner, but we decided to, when we was in Germany, our first place in Switzerland was Basel, because we came through the Black Forest in Germany, and then we decided we wanted to do all the big mountain passes, all the big mountain roads in Switzerland, so we decided to cut out some of Germany and come straight into Switzerland. So that's delayed us with Croatia, because we're now going to do more of Italy. We're now going to head over the mountains to Florence and Pisa. So that's more punishment for us, isn't it? And then we're going to drop down through Rome, Pompeii, head into Sicily.
Yeah.
And then we'll be turning around and coming back up Italy to Croatia.
Is it true that you met lots of mayors when you set off in England?
Yeah, before we set off, Chris arranged to meet every mayor, every town. So that was good. To raise awareness and
I think it was
funding.
14 mayors, I think we met. On some days we met 2 mayors, so that made it a little bit of a task cycling, because in some parts of the UK, as you know, it's quite hilly. But we had to be on a schedule, so we were meeting one mayor at say 10 o'clock in the morning, and then in the next town or city, we were meeting the other mayor just literally 2 hours later.
And I'd only just finished my treatment about 10 days before, so I wasn't really super fit. So it was quite difficult for me that having to stick to a time schedule and get somewhere. But I'm fitter now, getting better.
And it was the weight of the bikes,
Right.
because we've done, like I say, we've done previous tours in the past, but we've been just in warm climates, so we've not needed to carry as much equipment. Whereas now our bikes, our bikes in the past would have weighed, say, I don't know, 30 kilo with equipment, and now, well, mine's weighing 95 kilo.
Mine's
and yours
about
is
60,
kilo, because just all the equipment we need for, the countries that we're going to
And for
hit
winter.
in the winter, the extreme cold, and plus all the camera equipment we carry and promotional things, because we have wristbands, flyers, t-shirts.
Everything.
How do you get round the language barriers?
Well, I'm fluent in all 67 languages. No. I wish I'd listened at school now.
Yeah, so do
You know,
I,
to me
yeah.
French and me German and me Spanish, because I thought, well, I wouldn't need them, but I do. But
We struggle with
a
our
lot
English.
of Europe people speak English, but when we get stuck, we have these language cards. So, like, when we finding somewhere to sleep.
There's the Italian one.
Yeah. So when we're finding somewhere to sleep and they don't speak English, we show them a card and it says, "Hello, we cycle the world for charity. We are tourists from England. We take photos for own use. Please can we sleep here? We tent. We leave tomorrow. Thank you." Sometimes it works. Sometimes they say, "Go away." Or sometimes they say, "Yeah." And then we give them a flyer and then they can look us up, you see, to know that we're nice people.
Yeah, because in some of the areas we've been so far, certainly in the mountains or the farming areas, where there's no tourists, not many people speak English. So
Yeah.
when a farmer suddenly catches us at 10 o'clock at night putting a tent up in his field, we quickly show him the card and hope that he's not going to.
We always
Yeah,
ask. We have
yeah.
been asking first.
Yeah, we do ask, but in
Yeah.
some places you can't ask because there's nothing around. Especially when we was in the Alps in Switzerland, it was just nobody
Well, my
around.
English is good. My English is getting better. Yeah.
So we have lots of them.
Have you been asked to leave anywhere?
No.
No.
We've been welcomed into people's homes because we have stayed with families because we've said, can we just put our tent up in your garden? And they're really nice. They say, come in, have a shower,
That can
eat
be
breakfast with us.
it's a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing because when you've had a long day cycling and you go and knock on somebody's door asking if you can just put the tent in the garden or in the farmer's field, you're hoping they're just going to say yes and leave you alone, but no, they want to invite you into the house, they want to have a meal
Yeah,
with
we
you.
stayed with an Italian family, didn't we, a few days ago? And
Yeah.
nobody spoke English, and obviously we don't speak Italian. So it was like Google Translate, and we were just typing things in, and I was trying to say it. And so it was fun, but difficult.
Yeah, I've actually videoed some of them conversations, which I will be posting soon, of Gabriella's
My Italian.
attempt at Italian. And with a name like Gabriella, you think
Gabriella
she'd be quite good at
Grattrix.
Italian, but no.
Is it really expensive doing this sort of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most expensive,
It was equipment.
which we didn't actually realise, is out of the 7 countries.
Oh.
Actually, the cheapest is probably the UK so far.
Yeah,
really.
Switzerland was very
Switzerland.
expensive.
Because Switzerland's not.
Food.
I actually never realised they're not in the EU, so they are on Swiss francs. And for an example, I don't know, we bought a piece of broccoli the other day, which would cost you, I don't know, 60 pence in Lidl in the UK, and it was £6 equivalent.
But
The minimum wage in Switzerland is about £18
Nicky
an
said
hour.
it was £5 yesterday for broccoli.
I've gone up a
No,
pound.
that's inflation. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's even more expensive.
But we save money by wild camping, don't we?
Yeah,
We do a lot
yeah.
of wild camping because we couldn't afford hotels every night
No.
or campsites. So yeah, we save money that way.
Yeah, we wild camp and then we.
The farmers have given us fruit and veg out the fields.
Yeah,
That's,
we've done a few
that was
videos
good.
of us, our Chris and
cooking.
Gab's cooking demonstrations using local produce that the farmers have given us. And in Switzerland, we got quite a lot given to us, didn't we? So, which was good.
How many miles do you cycle each day?
We try and average 70 to 8, between 70 and 80 kilometres a day, which is like between 40 and 50 miles a day. But if, like for instance, when we were coming through the Swiss Alps, because it was just constant climbing up the mountain, we'd only average about 25 miles because you're going so slow. But on average, we look at cycling. We try and have 2 days off a week. But yeah, we've probably.
Well, we don't get up at the crack of dawn, do we? No.
Yeah, I have a nickname for Gabriella. I start calling her now Lunchtime Larry, because by the time we actually get the tents packed up and on the bikes, it's
I
lunchtime.
made me porridge and washed up. It takes me a couple of hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, we cycle most of the day, don't we?
But it'll change again because of different terrain, because we're about to start back in the Italian mountains, but also because of the weather. It's going to start, we're losing daylight now, so we're going to have to start a little bit earlier. So she'll no longer be called Lunchtime Larry, because she's just going to have to start getting up earlier, aren't you?
When you're wild camping, do you ever have security with you, like police, just in case there's any trouble?
No, nothing. No, when we wild camp, it's just us. So
You
hiding out in the trees or the forest.
Yeah, you can't really be seen.
Even when we did Southeast Asia, when we wild camp, it was just us, just hide away.
We tend to put our bags in our tents, because our tent's big enough to keep all your belongings inside with you, and then just the bikes are outside locked up. But you've always got to be mindful. We've had a few moments when there's been people hanging around, hasn't there?
Yeah.
So you don't actually get a proper night's sleep in certain areas, because I just sleep really light, and the slightest noise, I shine my torch outside. Who goes there?
Who's that?
So can we do this link up on live video with you in the future?
Yeah, sure.
Because when we ask us again the same questions, we'll have different answers, especially when we've gone through the winter in like Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. It'll all change, when we get out of Europe and we're on timescales with visas and things.
I'd just like to say as well, Gabriella isn't actually taller than me. She's sat on a rock. Unless you're thinking I'm really short.
I'm sat on a rock and it's really uncomfy.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
And hopefully I'll have nice hair next time. Bye!
Don't forget to follow us.
Don't forget to follow us.
Bye.
Bye.